Hi, Eloise. I get what you're saying, and if you know, you know. So, a little story time about how sneaking treats is acceptable and how sneaking treats is not. My late mother-in-law, just the most delicious, beautiful person on the planet, used to sneak with permission, basically. She would check in. And this is despite the fact that we didn't even speak the same language, but we did. We spoke love. She spoke Spanish, and well, I spoke Spanglish. But she would always, or not always, but oftentimes give an extra little piece of flan to one of the kids or all of the kids, or it just depended who was there at the time and all of that. And she would do it kind of with a little wink. And my children grew up knowing that we knew the whole time. That's an example of sneaking a treat in a very acceptable, endearing, cute way. Then there's the sneaking the treat in the way that I'll put it to my mother, and I bet yours is sounding like, well, pretty much the same. It's, I'm going to take the child out. I'm going to give them things that I know I'm not supposed to give them in quantities I know that they shouldn't have, that probably aren't healthy for them. They might get a stomach ache. And then I'm going to tell them to lie to their parents about it. And then when it comes, like push comes to shove and it becomes a topic in the room, in front of that child, I am going to double down and gaslight their parents so that the child sees how that works. And now that is an acceptable behavior because they've seen it in real time from a role model in their life who hung the moon. That's why it's bad, among other reasons, triangulation and all that. So here we go. And I made a previous video about this. The weaponization of something that is very ordinary, that in a healthy family dynamic is absolutely perfectly okay, and in an unhealthy family dynamic, particularly in a narcissistic family system, because of how layered, insidious, and intentional this type of abuse is a completely different situation that teaches children that love has a certain amount of toxicity to it, and that it normalizes lying and gaslighting and manipulation and things of that nature.